politics. Democrat, Republican. Are you a Democrat? Are you a Republican? Do you think one of these political parties will come and save you from everything going on in the world? My, we have a lot to talk about. So hello everyone, my name is Autumn Asphodel and I am a coach to help you live your best life. And in today's video, we're talking about politics and how to exit the political system. So, enjoy the video. Do you think Democrats are here to save you? Do you think Republicans are here to save you? Do you think an independent or libertarian candidate is here to save you? Do you believe anyone is here to save you for that matter? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then it's time to open your eyes and realize that no one is here to save you. The truth of the matter is that no one is coming to save you. This false hope of being saved by a politician prevents us from actually taking action. In actuality, many people have Stockholm Syndrome from the political system and don't even realize it. They continue to vote Democrat or Republican to try to prevent the other side from having a say, but both sides often work together for a common goal while pretending to be against one another. Many don't realize that the problem in the world today are a direct result of the actions taken by the people they elected into office. Imagine someone who votes Democrat one year because they disliked the Republican president that was in office. Once the Democrat gets in, they feel like they are saved. A few years later, they dislike the Democrat and want change, so they vote Republican. It's a never-ending cycle. The issues are not Democrat or Republican, it is Democrat and Republican. It is the entire political system in general that is a threat to people. It is because of the elected officials that things go so poorly in the world, why there is division, and ultimately why there is so much chaos. The debate of left versus right, Democrat, Republican, it's a nonsensical debate because when you really drill down, they're essentially the same exact thing. They're two sides to the same exact coin. They're part of government, a corrupt government system. If you're still involved with the government system, you have to exit now, if you have not exited already, because the whole system is collapsing down right before our eyes. And so much chaos, so much divide. If you're not able to see that Democrat and Republican is just here to divide you, to separate you, to have you hate the other side. Oh, the Democrats, they hate the Republicans for this and that reason. Oh, the Republicans, they hate the Democrats for this and that reason. That's all it's meant to do, is to divide you. And what they end up doing, all the laws that they pass, the bills that they pass, they take your money to fund their corruption, to be able to pass bills that you don't even agree with. Corruption rules the political system. 9 times out of 10, you cannot get into a political position unless you are corrupt, lie, and manipulate people. However, in recent years, people who are not politicians have run and won various political powers. However, that does not change the fact that the system is broken by default and does not work for the people, and thus the newly elected person who is not a politician cannot fundamentally change the system that was broken to begin with. The only way for honesty and transparency is to abolish the entire political system and create a new one, or none at all. Where there is power and money to be had, there is corruption. So if you think a politician will change everything and work for you, then unfortunately you are sadly mistaken. Now is the time to exit the system. Stop giving into demands and stop complying with rules that are not based on anything logical and makes no sense. Remember this, if you fear the government and let them have power over you, then you surrender your rights and freedoms to someone else. Due to corruption and greed, not only will they take advantage of you, but they will push your boundaries, gaslighting you into thinking it's for your own safety. None of it makes sense, so exit the political system that is crashing down before our eyes before it's too late. They are more afraid of you than you should be of them, since they are desperate and hungry for power, and their fear of losing it supersedes their greed. The longer you wait for someone to come and save you, the more corrupt the system will become. Let me know how this works for you. Have a great day. You have to see government for what it actually is. I was never really involved with any sort of politics. Politics just really is not my sort of thing that I look at, but I look at it as In order to get into a position of power, a political power, more times than not, 9 times out of 10, there is corruption involved, there is lying involved. So why would I want to give my attention to all that corruption, all those lies? Why would I want to fund the government's corrupt spending, pass all these bills that just make no sense, that go against everything that I believe in, funding things that I don't agree with? Why would I want to be involved with that system? Here's what you gotta remember. The system is crashing down right before our eyes. We see it. We see the corruption on both sides. But many people are still going along with it, still going down with the sinking ship. You have to exit now. You have to realize that the true purpose of all this, it doesn't matter if it's Democrat or Republican. It is part of government, and government itself is corrupt. They are the corrupt ones here, and they are a small minority that are ruling over everyone else. You have the power within you because they fear them losing power more so than their greed for power. So their greed for power, they must have this power, but losing that power is their ultimate fear. So of course you can vote for the opposite party, get those people out of there, but it's just going to be another corrupt person who enters the office. So maybe vote for independent candidates, maybe vote for people who are not politicians or political figures. I don't know what you can do because I can't tell you what to do, but regardless of whatever you do, exiting the whole political system is the ideal choice, and that comes from a non-compliance. So, I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on this subject. Be sure to check out the amazing merchandise over at Asphodel Shop for some inspiring designs. Also, become a member to get early access to new content before anyone else does, months ahead before it is publicly released. And again, I'm really curious to hear what your thoughts are on this subject, so let me know what your thoughts are, and I'm curious to hear them. So you all take care, have a great one, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.